go-getters, on the channel we've been talking about a lot of production machines, but today's video we are going to be focusing on those machines that you could actually bring them to your home and make a lot of money, thereby turning your home into a whole factory. So I am therefore talking about machines that are suitable for home production, right? So if this is something that catches your interest, please do well to subscribe to the channel in order not to miss out on such videos. But on here, we do everything business, entrepreneurship, and investments. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Elvin Jig, and I have taken it as a personal mission to make sure that you attain your financial independence as soon as possible. So you're watching Africa Today, and we are starting right now. So the first machine I am going to be talking about here is a sponge scrubber making machine. Yes, this is that machine that produces what we commonly call in Africa iron sponge. Yes, those sponges that are made of steel that we use to scrub the back or the inner part of our pots in order to make them clean. So the scrubber sponge making machine will cut the sponges automatically and provide a neat and consistent cut. So the price range for these machines is about $1,600 to a whooping $60,000. Now I need to make you understand that if you go for as low as $1,600, you are going to be buying a machine that is going to be producing very low quality sponges, which are most of the sponges we now find in our African markets. But if you want your own company or your brand to outstand in the African market, I would advise you go for at least a $3,500 machine. For with such a quality, you can at least produce something of average quality. But if you've got the money, I would advise you go for those that cost as from $20,000, or with those upwards, you are sure to guarantee very good quality that will outstand in the African market and possibly beat the competition out there. Next on our list, let's talk about food. I am going to be talking about the sausage filling machine. Sausage is something loved by a lot of people, alright? I don't eat sausage, but a lot of people do love and consume them. So this is something that can do very well from the comforts of your home, alright? And since this is something that a lot of people will buy fresh or cooked, that is roasted like most people will do in Africa, this is some machine that you could make a lot of money with, either by producing the sausages yourself and maybe cooking them or roasting them and selling maybe in your vicinity, whatever, or maybe supplying them to supermarkets, restaurants, or hotels and getting paid for your services. One thing I love about this machine is the fact that it is semi-automated and therefore saves you time and energy. This is because it effortlessly fills you sausages of all types and sizes in no time. Another advantage you have with this machine over those who actually do the manual filling, that is filling the sausages with their own hands, is the fact that it adapts to all types of casings, such as the natural ones, the fibrous, the plastics, and the collagen casings. So the next machine on our list is the Popsicle Machine. Yes, all of us love popsicles or had once loved popsicles when we were kids, right? This is something that will make any kid's day or most kids' days brighter. I don't even remember the last time I saw a kid who doesn't love popsicles, alright? My kids love them so much. I constantly make them for them all the time, alright? So if this is something that interests you, you can make a lot of money with it because a lot of parents will buy such for their kids. So a popsicle machine actually constitutes of a refrigerator inside the host machine. So the host machine is actually that part that has got popsicle molds in it, right? So within the machine there is a refrigeration system that actually does all the magic. And this business is something that is very cheap to start because for you to lay your hands on a popsicle machine, you just need to spend about $1,000 depending on the capacity, right? And in addition to that, popsicles are very cost effective because you will spend very little. For the most part of the popsicles are made of water. They actually constitute of 90% water. So all you will need to add is sugar, gum, serums, and stabilizers, and you're good to go. And when it comes to time, it doesn't really take long, alright? Once you've made your popsicles and poured them into the molds, they will just take about 6 to 8 hours to freeze completely, alright? So this is something that you can make maybe during the evening, allow them to freeze overnight, and start selling your popsicles as soon as the day breaks, alright? So this is something I would highly recommend for those women who are at home and would love to do something from the comfort of their home without necessarily spending a lot of money. The next machine that you could use to turn your home into a factory is a spiral potato machine. Yes, I am talking of a spiral potato slicer, okay? It is that machine that has got a spiral blade that slices your potatoes and gives them a spiral form, alright? So this is something that is quite innovative and people love them a lot, alright? It actually originated from Southern Korea and has become popular in places like the US, Europe, and Australia already. So this is something that you can actually start in Africa and wow your guests, all right? Or even just make your kids' day more fun. You can put them in their lunch boxes for them to take to school. You can actually also get in contact with people and let them know that you can provide such chips and they are going to be buying it. There are people who host mini parties here and there who need such things for their guests to eat as small chops. So that's something that would do well if you know how to go about it. Next time we are going to be talking about the sublimation machine. Yes, this is a machine that I talked about once on this channel, and that is so profitable because it could be used to create a lot of things that are actually in high demand nowadays. This is that machine that people will use to maybe print something on t-shirts, caps, and even mugs, which is the most common here in Africa. So if you're interested in knowing more about the sublimation machine, especially the mug printing machine, I would recommend you watch this video that I made some time ago. That said, let's quickly move to the next machine, which is the mini pottery wheel machine. All right, this is just that mini machine that you use to create your pottery of all shapes and sizes and designs. All right, so it is basically a wheel that turns and enables you to design your pottery item effortlessly. So this is some business that is very suitable for your home. All right, all you need to have is basic skills in pottery and just be very creative, and you can make a lot of money from the comfort of your home. For now, a lot of people are picking interest in pottery items like vases, cups, plates, and all the like. So this is something that you will make a lot of money from. If you are very handy and you've got passion for clay objects or items, you can just start it from your passion. All right, just do it maybe like a hobby or something, and just start showcasing your artwork online. And that's how when people start picking interest, they are going to be ordering. And you can as well make some and maybe give to your loved ones for free in order for them to maybe decorate their spaces or whatever. And once people see them and ask where they are from, you are definitely going to be getting referrals. Next on, let's talk about the rice milling machine. Yes, go getter. The reason why I decided to add this machine to this list is because this machine is one of those machines that a lot of people in Africa need, but they generally can't afford. So when you go to the rural areas where rice is cultivated, the natives there just do the rice cultivation, but generally they don't have those machines to mill the rice, and they will go at times to nearer or neighboring villages or to cities before they can mill their rice grains. So this is some business idea that if you actually find yourself in those areas, you can make a lot of money from it. You just need to buy your rice milling machine and get it installed maybe somewhere in your backyard or any space you've got around, and let people know that you've got that machine, and that's how they are going to come and mill their rice, making you earn some passive money. So this machine, like I said, is an agricultural machine, right? So it is going to automate the process of removing the chaff from the rice grains. This process is generally known as rice hulling, right? And back in the days, most people used to suffer a lot to hull their rice because they would generally pound, and you know that pounding wasn't easy. Either they would pound or they would try to grind on stones, which wasn't really easy because at the end of it, the rice would break a lot and they are going to lose a lot of rice as powder. So this machine is coming to solve that problem and facilitate everything for them. All right, and it's also time effective because if people know that you've got such machine and they come to rent and mill their rice, you are going to be making a lot of money per day, because it is going to hold large quantity of rice per day, which is something that will be very revolutionary in whatever area you find yourself in. Since we are just from talking about rice, let's talk about its brother or sister. So I am talking here of pasta or noodle making machine. Let's take the noodle making machine. This is something that we know how much our kids love noodles. So there's no way you could go wrong in Africa if you've got a noodle making machine at your disposal. And this is a machine that could actually be very suitable for home business. You can produce your noodles, just come up with your brands, parcel them, and start supplying to people. So this is something that I believe you can make a lot of money with it right from the comfort of your home. The next machine I am going to be talking about is the paper plate making machine. We all know how much we use paper plates in occasions, especially kids' parties, right? Paper plates sell a lot, and this is something that we import a lot into Africa. So if you can produce paper plates, you are going to be making a lot of money. You just need to get some space around your house or maybe your garage space and install the machine there and start producing the plates. So this machine is actually a manufacturing machine that is going to be using diverse papers to produce paper plates for you. So basically this machine is just going to be taking your raw material through the forming process, cutting process, to finally come up with your final product, which is your plates that you are going to be selling. Now, when it concerns raw materials, this machine will mostly use silver cold paper, laminated paper, craft paper, and simply fuse 2 layers together with a sheet of polythene, and you can produce a minimum of 2,000 to 3,000 plates per day, which I believe is a good deal. So next on, let's talk about the leather cutting machine. You remember on the channel, if you've been following us, I once made a video where I was talking about the leather work business. All right, this is something that will do very well in Africa right now. But then, do you know that you are going to be needing a leather cutting machine alongside other items for you to do that business? So this is that machine that you can actually buy, install in your home, and get involved in leather work and make a lot of money. You know how lucrative leather work is. Leather items are very, very expensive. So this is some machine that can make you a lot of money, but just from the comfort of your home. So generally, if you are a smart go-getter, I would advise that when you want to purchase your leather cutting machine, make sure to discuss very well with your supplier so that the machine comes along with a rotary cutter, a utility knife, a head knife, a heavy duty scissors, hole punches, and a craft knife. For if you've got all of these, you are going to effortlessly cut all types of shapes and sizes of leather material, making the cutting easier and faster. So if you're one of those people who is very handy, very creative, I recommend you get this machine and start making money for yourself right from the comfort of your home. So go-getters, the trick is, if you are a smart person, you mustn't just invest in one of these machines. You can maybe choose 2 to 3 machines and invest in them. That will give you more leverage on these opportunities, because once one business maybe tries not to do well, there are other businesses that you can always lean on. So you've got a lot of machines, and on this channel as well, you can check our production machine videos and also get some other machines I've talked about that are suitable for home businesses that you could also select among them in order for you to create your mini factory from the comfort of your home. So go-getter, we've come to the end of this video. If this is something that you loved, please do well to share it. And also, we would therefore end by thanking our lovely subscribers who've been supporting the channel and help it grow. So thanks for watching this video, and I will see you on the next one.